Hello, this is Lopez from Germany, and today we will talk about the Yuk 1, the Rattanring. As you can see, we have here different ones. So when you start practicing with your Rattanring, try to find a size that will fit to you. I will show it you. You see, these bows are almost equal. And these two, this one is from steel, this is original rattan, and here the same, just one is bigger than the other one. When I choose a ring for my own training, I measure it with my bong saw. I will show you. When I do bong saw, I have a 135-degree angle. My wrist is at high of my throat, the elbow is higher than my shoulder. So the highest point, second high and third high. And my wusa is in cow-sow structure like it's here in town, backward, near the elbow. This is my bong saw. When I choose a ring, I will try to make the same. If I choose a round one, a small ring, you can see this hand is too far away from me. I will put it back, but I can't. So this one will be definitely too short for me. But I can use it anyway for different exercises, like Luxor. When we do tan and bong, then I can roll like this. This would work. But I can't do the same like I do with this, like Gan Jeep, Ngoi Quan, Gan Jeep, Bong, and many other moves. So the first, what you want to do is to make sure you have the right size. This will be a three-part series of the Yuk 1, the Rattanring. Part 1 will be basics, part 2 will be advanced techniques, and part 3 the Rattanring form, 108 moves, which I was taught by my Sifu, Randy Williams, many years ago. I guess it was end of the 90s, so yeah, almost 200 years ago. Let's say you are in Bai Zhong, in your ready position. Go to your bong saw like you do normally. The ring always will roll forward, never backward. The ring should be rolling forward while you do yang moves. Later, when you do yin moves like gangsa, it will roll backwards. But bong is yang, so it has to move forward. When you do this move, don't pull and press too much. Just keep relaxed that the ring can roll forward. One move after the other. Roll forward, finish the move. Roll forward, finish the move. What you also can do now is add footwork, like Xiongma, Toima, Sangokma, etc. The next move I will talk about is the Gan Jeep. Circle back to Gan Jeep. As we know, jump saw is yang, goes always to the center line. As we know, Gan is a yin move, goes always to the self-center line. When we do it without the ring, it would look like this, with Choma, or without footwork. Or with Sangokma footwork. Jam. Make sure Jam is on the center line and Gan is to the self-center line. If the ring would be too small, Gan would be here, not anymore to the self-center line. If the ring is too big, the hands would be maybe like this. So make sure your ring fits. Gan, jump. The jump hand, will circle back, almost touch your chest, clean the line, and the other one would be to the center line. Circle back, Gan jump. Circle back, Gan jump. If you do this footwork, Ngoi Quan Sao, a blend of Tan Sao and Bong Sao. Like without ring, Bong is yang move, goes always to the center line. Tan is a yin move, goes always to the self-center line. Here again, we roll forward. The the Bong Sao hand circles, clear the line, and we finish with Bong Sao. The Tan Sao, do an inward rolling motion, and we finish with Bong Sao on the center line. Ngoi Quan Sao, outward rolling and block. We do moves like Gan Jump or Ngoi Quan, we call them complex defense. Anytime you use both hands to block something, we call this complex defense. The next complex defense will be a blend from Hyun Sao and Jam Sao, the Loi Quan Sao. Before we had the Ngoi Quan Sao, the outward rolling arms block. Now we have Jam Sao and Hyun Sao, so we have Loi Quan Sao, the inward rolling arms block. The Jam Sao always goes to the center line, the Hyun Sao always goes to the self-center line. Without ring, it looks like this. With the ring, it's the same, if the size of your ring is nice. Circle towards yourself, clear the line, and finish with Jam Sao. Circle back, finish with Jam Sao, Hyun Sao and Jam Sao, Loi Quan Sao. And again here, you can use Ngoi Sing Wai as footwork, you can use Loi Sing Wai as footwork, you can use Hao Chong Ma or Chin Chong Ma. Any footwork you can imagine of, you can add to this Rattanring. Gan Da. This is an example of a complex attack. Anytime you use both hands, one to defend and one simultaneously attack, because it's complex attack. Last time we had complex defenses like Ngoi Quan Sao, a blend of Tan and Bong. We had Gan Jam, a blend of Gan and Jam, and we had Loi Quan Sao, a blend of Hyun and Jam. Now we will start with the first complex attack, a blend of Gan and Jam. We circle back, we punch to the center, and Gan goes to the self-center line. We circle back, clear the line, you imagine here's an attack coming, you clear the line, and then you do your punch. Circle, strike, circle, and strike, circle, strike. The next complex attack will be Tanda, showing offering hand and a straight punch. For this complex attack, we will change now the way we go into the ring. Before we had one from this side and one from this side. But now we will have both hands from the same side inside. Now we go to a complex attack Tanda. Both hands will circle inside to Tanda. Both hands will circle. Here we have the ring, not as much force you can bring, just to hold the ring so it will drop to the ground. Circle, Tanda. Circle, Tanda. Circle, Tanda. It doesn't matter which footwork you use. You can do it without footwork or you can add footwork. The only thing you have to make sure is that you don't straighten your arm. If you do it with a ring, this will happen. It will break the idea of Gan Jeep, connecting energy. One of the most reasons why we work with a ring. We want to practice to go from one move into another. So again, both hands inside, the shoulder moves forward. We do the punch. We call it half punch because your arm is still bent in the tongue on the self-center line. Circle, and with your pivot, if you use footwork, you do your punch. If you start as a beginner, don't do any footwork. Just practice with the ring. Be careful, you don't will hit yourself. Sometimes this happens. Keep the ring away from your face. Circle and make your move. Circle and finish Tanda. The next complex attack you can use with the ring is the Guazao and Wai Jang. Guazao, the wiping hand, like wiping a window, and Guai Jang, the downward arcing elbow strike. Which one you use in your beauty form? Here again, you will place both hands from one side. Again, not here, here. One hand will go to your hip, like in your beauty form, and the other one will do this 45-degree cutting move. And you can add your footwork like Xiongma and Toima. From the side, it looks like this. The elbow drops down. The finger will cut, and in the last moment, the elbow will strike. The reason why I use my fingers is because actually we are doing two strikes when we do Guai Jump. One with the fingers and the other one with the elbow to the chest or chin or nose or whatever. But it's always two strikes. That's why I'm using my fingers first to the Guai Jump. Here I did now with Wusao, but in complex attack, we do Guazao and Guai Jump. What you also can do is with a ring is using sequences from your form. And it doesn't matter which form you're using. Let's say we have a sequence from Xiu Lin Tao, the first form in Wing Chun, the less thinking idea, or less thinking head. it's a little idea, but less thinking head. If you look the words, siu, lim, tau, siu means less, lim means thought, and tau means the head, so less thinking head. Don't think, just react. This is what siu, lim, tau literally means. Okay, back to the ring. We have in siu, lim, tau this sequence where we have jam, tam, jat, biu, and jat. And this one you can do with the ring. Again, both hands from one side. It will start with a circle to jam, tam, jat, biu, and jat. Circle to jam, tam, jat, biu, jat. Jam, tam, jat, biu, jat. Circle to jam, tam, jat, biu, and jat. Chopping down a tree, offering hand, inside jerking hand, thrusting hand, inside jerking hand, circling again to chopping down a tree hand.